Have you ever remembered something so clearly that you would bet your life it actually happened? Maybe it was your first day at school, a family vacation, or a moment that changed your life forever. Now imagine discovering it never happened, not because you forgot it, not because someone lied to you, but because your own brain created it. And here's the terrifying part. This doesn't only happen to a few people, it can happen to anyone. Maybe even you. So if your brain can create memories that never existed, how much of your past can you really trust? Imagine a guy named Alex. One evening, his family is sitting together, flipping through old photo albums. Everyone is laughing, sharing childhood memories. Suddenly, Alex smiles. "Remember when I got lost at the amusement park? I was crying so hard until Dad found me near the giant Ferris wheel." He laughs. "I still remember holding that red balloon." But instead of laughing, everyone becomes silent. His dad looks confused. His mom slowly says, "Alex, that never happened." Alex laughs. "Come on, I remember it perfectly." He can still picture the crowd, the loud music, the fear, the giant Ferris wheel, even the little red balloon in his hand. It feels completely real, but every member of his family insists it never happened. So, who's wrong? His family or his own brain? Most people think memory works like a video camera. Something happens. Your brain records it. Years later, you simply press play. Sounds logical, except that's not how memory works at all. According to neuroscientists, your brain doesn't store memories like videos. Instead, it stores tiny fragments. The sights, the sounds, the emotions, the smells. Then, every single time you remember an event, your brain rebuilds it from those fragments, almost like solving a puzzle. But puzzles aren't always rebuilt the same way. Each time you remember something, tiny details can change. A face, a color, a conversation, even an entire event, without you ever realizing it. Which means every memory you remember is actually a new version of the last one, not necessarily the original. This idea sounded unbelievable until psychologists decided to test it. They invited volunteers into a study. Researchers collected several real stories from each person's childhood through their families. But then, they secretly added one completely fake story. It claimed that, as a child, the participant had gotten lost in a shopping mall before eventually being reunited with their family. There was only one problem. It never happened. The volunteers were asked to remember each event. At first, many said, "I don't remember that." But after talking about it several times, something incredible happened. Some participants didn't just accept the fake story. They began adding their own details. "I remember crying. I think there was an elderly woman helping me. I remember what the store looked like." None of those details were real. Their brains had filled in the blanks and created a memory from absolutely nothing. But if a simple suggestion can create a completely false childhood memory, what else could your brain be changing without you ever noticing? Now, you might be thinking, okay, maybe a psychologist can trick someone during an experiment. But that could never happen to millions of people at the same time, right? Well, it already has. It's called the Mandela Effect. Thousands, sometimes even millions of people remember the exact same thing, completely wrong. Take Pikachu, for example. Many people swear he has a black tip on his tail. They can picture it perfectly. Except, he never did. Or think about the Monopoly Man. Most people remember him wearing a monocle. But if you look closely, he never wore one. So why do so many people remember the same false details? Some believe it's evidence of parallel universes. Others think reality has somehow changed. But psychologists have a much simpler explanation. Your brain doesn't remember every detail. Instead, it fills in the missing pieces using patterns, expectations, and things that feel right. Your brain isn't trying to lie to you. It's trying to make your memories make sense, even if that means inventing details that never existed. False memories aren't just interesting. Sometimes, they can change lives. Imagine witnessing a robbery. The police ask what happened. Days later, a detective asks the same questions again. Then a lawyer asks. Then your friends ask. Every time you tell the story, your brain rebuilds it. Tiny details begin to shift. Maybe the suspect's jacket changes color. Maybe the face becomes clearer, even though you never actually saw it clearly. What's frightening is, the more confident you become, the less likely you are to question your memory. Studies have shown that eyewitnesses can be absolutely certain and still be completely wrong. Confidence isn't proof. Accuracy is. So why would evolution create such an unreliable memory system? Because your brain was never designed to remember everything. It was designed to help you survive. Imagine remembering every face, every conversation, every leaf on every tree you've ever seen. Your brain would be overwhelmed. Instead, it keeps what seems important. Then later, it fills in the gaps. It's fast. It's efficient. Most of the time, it's good enough. But sometimes, good enough is completely wrong. Now think about this. Your personality, your fears, your happiest moments, your biggest regrets, they're all built on memories. But if memories can slowly change over time, then, in a way, you can change too. Maybe the person you think you are isn't just shaped by what happened. It's also shaped by what your brain believes happened. So the next time you're 100% certain about a memory, pause for just a second and ask yourself one simple question. Am I remembering the past, or am I remembering the last version of the story my brain created? Because sometimes, the biggest liar you'll ever meet isn't another person. It's the voice inside your own head. And the scariest part is, it sounds exactly like you. If your brain can rewrite your past, imagine what else it's hiding. Subscribe for more videos that reveal the psychology behind the human mind.